Society for Krishna Consciousness. While Mother Yashoda was churning butter, Lord Krishna, desiring to drink the milk of her breast, appeared before her, and in order to increase her transcendental pleasure, he caught hold of the churning rod and began to prevent her from churning. Can you repeat this? While Mother Yashoda was churning butter, Lord Krishna, desiring to drink the milk of her breast, appeared before her. And in order to increase her transcendental pleasure, he caught hold of the churning rod and began to prevent her from churning. Purport: Krishna was sleeping within the room, and as soon as he got up, he became hungry and went to his mother, wanting to stop her from churning and drink the milk of her breast. He stopped her from moving the churning rod. Omagyana Timirandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chatsurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gudave Namah. I was born out of in total ignorance, but with the transcendental torchlight of knowledge, my spiritual master has opened my darkened eyes, so I offer him my respectful obeisances. So, Janma karma chamedivyam evam yuvetita dhata tyagdva deham puna janma netima metiso juna. So this pastime of Lord Krishna, which is bound by the rope and who later will free the Nalakubera and Manigriva, is part of the Krishna book also. And one devotee, Sazor Maharaj, used to say, simply by reading the Krishna book, you may be able to go back to Godhead. Because as this verse says, he who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and my activities does not have to take birth again in this material world. Leaving his body, he will come back to my spiritual abode. So this looking quite insignificant activities, churning butter, baby wants to eat from his mother's breast, and so on and so forth. But because it is Krishna which is enacting these pastimes, they are spiritual, they are transcendental, and they are beyond this world. They have the power to free the living entities from the darkness region of ignorance, simply by hearing these pastimes, which happened actually 5,000 years ago in Vrindavan, which is quite long ago, but which will remain very pristine and accurate and up to date even today. Because Krishna is eternal, transcendental, and his pastime also are transcendental, are spiritual. So, what else? So, as you know, the Mother Yashoda could not actually bind Krishna. Nobody can bind Krishna, but he allowed himself to be bound when he was satisfied with her, pleased with her behavior, with her effort. She makes a lot of effort. We can see when she's churning the butter, she's sweating, and his ankle wrist makes noise, and she's endeavoring. And when Krishna also was running away from her to escape from the famous rope, which we offer obeisances, the rope who bind Krishna. Krishna can only be bound by love, actually. That's the only thing. You know this famous verse of Bhagavad Gita, Patram puspam param toyam yome bhakta panasati tadamam bhakti uparitam ashrami payatatmana. Krishna can accept a flower, little water, leaf, that is very insignificant. But the ingredient, the main ingredient in this offering is not, although if anyone can offer this to Krishna, it is with love and devotion. That is what is Krishna is hankering for. And that's also what this world is hankering for, love. As I said the other day, this group, the Rare Earth, those who have from my generation know them. It's called "Cause there's not enough love to go round." You know this song. It's from my generation. Sympathy. Sympathy for when you close your door at night to go to your bed. There is people who are roaming in the streets, because there's not enough love to go around. So that's, as the Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj used to say, there is everything in this world, but only one thing it is missing is Krishna consciousness, being conscious of Krishna. And I was reading this morning, I was hearing from Prabhupada this morning about the inhabitants of Vrindavan. And he said, it's amazing for us because unless we are on this level of these inhabitants of Vrindavan, they were, when Krishna left, actually they spent the remaining of their life crying. And Prabhupada says, this is real love. So who wants to cry for the rest of his life? Instead, Krishna broke their heart, they say. And they remain crying for the rest of their life, having given everything to Krishna, but then suddenly Krishna left. And this is Krishna consciousness movement. To be, even devotees say, use this Gokishore Das Baba, no, devotee from Orissa. But no, Gaur Govinda Maharaj. He said, we are a crying school. Crying school. So we are crying school, yes, supposedly crying school. And to follow in the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, actually, we used to talk about Raganuga Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti is a regulated devotional service. And then we talk about Raganuga Bhakti, which is spontaneous devotional service. But then it's mentioned that to be able to attain the stage of Raganuga Bhakti, we have to follow in the footsteps of inhabitants of Vrindavan, Mother Yashoda or Yonda Maharaj. But in our situation, we have the best example of an inhabitant of Vrindavan, whose name is? Rupa Goswami. No, I was thinking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The best inhabitant of Vrindavan. And by following the footsteps, this is the Sankirtan movement actually. So we are practicing Raganuga Bhakti, doing anything and everything for the pleasure of Krishna. Those who have practiced, who have done Sankirtan, they remember that we could do anything and everything to be able to distribute these books. Sometimes with very in unimaginable situations. I remember this one devotee told me that one morning the devotee had endeavored, so much to make money for the sell books and spend money, but the policemen, they had confiscated their money. And one devotee, he could manage to go in the police car and snatch the money away again, from them. Many example of inconceivable situation, if you remember Agnidev, he told us how he came in a high security environment and distributed books in very all kinds of situations. Also, Prabhu, if you remember Prabhu, he had an accident, and the car rolled many, and somehow or other they came out of the car untouched. And the crowd of people were around, and they said, oh, this is a good opportunity to distribute books. And they started distributing books to everybody around, to sell books around. This is very special, this Krishna. If we do something in relation to Krishna, many things can happen. I remember once, I was with a devotee which has left his body now, Sadaka. Comment il s'appelle? Srinivas, no? Sadaka. Tu te rappelles Sadaka Sayed from Egypt? Huh? Shiva? Oh, you know him, huh? Shrivas, yeah. And we were on our way to Vyasa Puja of Srila Bhakteshwara Maharaj. We were with two Matajis on the back from Mauritius, and Sadaka and myself, And we wanted to cross the border to go to Italy, because that's where the Vyasa Puja was. And somehow or other, Sadaka, no? Shivas, he realized that he had taken the passport of his wife, rather than, so we were rejected. We were not allowed to cross the border. So we decided to go by, the path of the, comment on dit, contrebandier, smuggler. The path of the smuggler, in the mountains, to reach the a small frontier gate, But we didn't. And what Sadaka was suggesting, he said, "Okay, no problem. You put me in dans le coffre. You put me in the, the trunk behind the car, and we shall go that way." But I was thinking, if the policeman, the guy on the border, open this and they see this guy, we shall be really in trouble, and we have all chances to miss the Vyasa Puja, we shall be put in jail, or everything can happen, So maybe 1 kilometer before the crossing border, we stopped. And there was this person coming, and somehow or other I had some prasadam with me. So I offered it, that was the clue, I gave him the prasadam to eat, And Krishna, because I did this active act of distributing prasadam, give me the intelligence. So what I decided, what I told him, what we shall do, I will take gamcha, chadar, as if I was his wife, like this, holding like that, and him, he would take my passport. Wow. In case there is a mistake, there is no chance, So I was there, and I had two ladies behind, and Sadaka was there. He had glasses like me, and the carabinieri, I don't know how it's called. He saw, yes, the man is there. The lady said, "Okay, go." We could cross the border. So Krishna can give intelligence. It happens sometimes. But so many incredible things also happen. I remember once, Bhakteshwara Maharaj again. I think it was at that time in Vyasa Puja. They were in Sikkim. Capital of Sikkim is Guwahati or I don't know, Sikkim, it's very high.
Meghalaya?
No, Sikkim, Meghalaya. Meghalaya is another state. Sikkim, Bhutan, all this. And they were very, very high in the mountain, But there was so much noise, in the hotel that they decided to go down all the way from the mountain down to the valley, And so they loaded they found a taxi, they loaded their luggages, and they went down all the way down. And that's okay. What Bhakti Choma is explaining, he says, then when we arrived, we saw that the driver was asleep. And they said, and they woke him up. They said, "Hey ho," and the guy, "Where am I?" I mean, he was sleeping all the way from the Sikkim place in a kind of second, in a strange sleepy condition, totally sleeping, and they went down all the way back down to the valley, So how it works, how Krishna, how can you drive when you are sleeping, I don't know, but that's what happened. That's what Bhakti Chara Maharaj was referring at, So amazing situations, where devotees are, where Krishna puts us in strange situations where it's kind of miracle. What happened? Although, as Srila Prabhupada said, the real miracle is that he may have changed meat eater, gamblers, woman hunters, and the last one is intoxicated person in pure devotees into devotees. That was, and I heard yesterday again, Prabhupada's class was giving. That is our war against Maya. That to stop the four regulative, that people start following the four regulative principles. No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no intoxication. Because Prabhupada says, unless we are free from sinful activities, we cannot understand Krishna. That's the prerogative, if you want to understand Krishna, which is the mission of our life, as you know, human life atato, Dharma. Yeah, human life is meant to inquire about the absolute. So here we have many good reasons to understand Krishna. Once I don't have many realization of Krishna, but once I think it came to my heart quite strongly that Krishna, his desire is to save the fallen souls. Because he's on transcendental level, and we are also transcendental because we are spirit soul. And the desire of Krishna is that we become, we help him in this mission of saving the fallen souls. That's the mission of this. That's the mission. The very serious, very benevolent and mission of Krishna consciousness, of this movement that Prabhupada has inaugurated by coming to the West and saving people from their condition, which is from the point of view of an exalted devotee, we are in passion or in ignorance, all of us. People in ignorance, I was listening, are the workers of the society, and people in passion and mixed passion and ignorance are the Vaishyas, in passion, pure passion, the Kshatriyas, and in goodness, the Brahmanas, who see things as they are. That's the vision of people in passion, in goodness. That's why in Vedic society, the Kshatriya would, because Kshatriya means being influenced by passion, not having a very sound vision, Samadarshi. Samadarshi means equal vision. Yeah. So they would refer to the Brahmana, which are supposed to be detached from this world, and to be able that way to give sound informations, sound directions to the other members of the society, which can be, due to their being influenced by the modes of material nature, cannot have a very clear vision of what to do and what not to do. So that's very good if we can find. I can see in my own situation, you know, after the going to high school, I went to university, you know, but I was not well directed, you know, directed. I went to do some economy and, you know, gestion, comment on dit en anglais? Gestion.
Gestion.
Hein? Gestion. And I wasted a lot of time. It was, you know, if we can have people who can guide us, really, who can guide us according to our nature, you know, our propensities, that would be very, very helpful for all of us, you know. Yeah, I heard also, but Shomar said, for example, people do out of kind of snobism, you know. Oh, I want to be a doctor, you know. It will look very nice, you know. I will be appreciated, but it's not my nature, maybe, to be a doctor, you know. Same way also in this movement, you know. Everyone wants to have the Brahman head, you know, to be a Brahmin, you know. But it's not the main thing, you know. Main thing is to act, to be well situated in what we are that's what we love to do, in something which can give us remunerations, and we can help the society. That's our Dharma. It's called Dharma. You know, and whatever situation we are in Artha, what means Artha, Marie? Huh? Economic development, Dharma, Artha. Kama means sense gratification, and moksha. Unless it is backed up with Dharma, our situation will not be very flourishing. We have to act according to our Dharma to obtain wealth and to have our desire fulfilled. Eko baunamyo? Because after all, Krishna, what is the entire verse? Nityo. So Krishna is eternal, we are eternal. Nityo Nityan. Chaitanya. Chaitan means, Chaitan? That doesn't mean the devil, huh? Huh? Consciousness. Nityo Nityan Chaitanam. Both of us we have consciousness, but only one, Eko Bahanamyo, he can fulfill the desires or the needs of everyone. So Krishna, by his mercy, we have air to breathe, we have friends, we have cloth, we have everything we need, you know, by his mercy. Yeah, we should not make mistake between Chaitan. Chaitan in I think it's in Arabic. You who know Arabic, I know you've learned the Egyptian language. She's very. Chaitan means the devil. Devil, huh? Like Chaitanya. I remember I was with when they were. You remember Ganganarayan? You remember him? Gude. He was from Guadeloupe, something, and we were both of us dressed in dhoti, you know. And the guy come to see me. I said, "You are a Satanist. You are a Satanist." You know? And I told, "No, you make a mistake. We are not Satanists. We are Sanatanists. We are following Sanatan Goswami. We don't follow Satan, you know. We are following Sanatan Goswami. So we should not make mistake. People think about our mission, you know. Also another trick, a Sankirtan trick I used to. It worked. I think it was in La Réunion, l'île de la Réunion. You've been there, no? And I showed this book to this man, and what? And he said, "I'm an atheist." So I told him, "Okay, better be a sincere atheist than a hypocrite believer." I said, this is sounding to me. He took the books, you know. I was thinking also, if you know John Lennon, everybody knows John Lennon. You know, he's very, very, he wrote a song. He says, I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in Bible. I don't believe in Krishna. I don't believe in what else after Krishna? In Gita, you know. I just believe in me, Yoko and me. Yoko Ono was his wife, you know. And I was feeling so bad, you know, this man is really, but maybe he's sincere in his approach, you know. And I've heard this John Lennon, some devotees had information about him, I don't know, I don't remember who told, that because he had been shot, you know, 9 bullets in his body. He was 40 years old only. And this devotee told us that he had been caught the body of a ghost, and he was praying that we can deliver him. You know. So, very serious. I heard also, if you don't know, if maybe Mataji should remember, you remember Bhagavad Jivan? Huh? And I think he had quite a weird end of life. And Bhakti Chandra Maharaj told us that they made a yagya for him and he was delivered. Yeah. This kind of knowledge, you know, or incidents, nobody knows, you know, what's going on. You know. So, all this to say that this world is a place of suffering. All these things I'm talking about is murder, you know. And Prabhupada used to say, you know, I was just hearing this morning, because we have accepted this material body, we are bound to be constantly in anxiety. Everybody is in anxiety. He gives the example of the little bird, you know, he's trying to eat little grains, you know, and he's always looking around, who's gonna kill me, who's gonna hurt me, you know. So, what is the solution? Now we are a material body, full of anxiety. What is the solution given by Prabhupada?
Krishna consciousness.
Yeah, to surrender to Krishna. That's the only means, you know, which is given to us and to everybody. You know the story, I guess, you know. You remember King Prataparudra? King Prataparudra. He was a ruler in Orissa, in Jagannath Puri. And he wanted to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which was behaving he was a very strict sannyasi, he refused. He said, it's not the duty of a sannyasi or renouncant to share with someone which is attached to meat eating, gambling, because, you know, Kshatriya is supposed to, when a Kshatriya is asked to gamble, he is supposed to gamble. Or when the Kshatriya is asked to fight, someone is challenging, I want to fight with you, he cannot refuse, you know. So meat eating and hunting and pound and chilling, you know, kings are very prone to be in contact with money. So that's not the duty of the sannyasi should avoid, you know. And he was insisting to the point, he said, if I cannot have the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was a devotee in heart, I will put a ring on my ears, that's the symbol of someone who is a traveler, mendicant, and I will go and I will travel and forget me, you know. So devotees were quite, we can see the devotees are very much implicated in the, as we say, Krishna is not alone, you know. The example is given when a king goes somewhere, he has his secretaries, his assistants, everybody follow him. So Krishna is not alone. Krishna is appreciated also with these devotees. And there is a very nice analogy of the beauty of a pearl. You know, a pearl is beautiful. But when a pearl is set into a golden ring, it's even more beautiful. So Krishna is more beautiful when he is with his devotees. We know, when Krishna is not so beautiful, but when he comes in contact with the gopis, his beauty becomes more and more manifested. And even when Krishna sees himself, he says, wow, who is this beautiful guy? He's supreme in everything, Even in, how you call this? Les gens qui se regardent tout le temps, ça s'appelle narcissisme. He's supreme in everything. So all this to say, oh yeah. So King Prataparudra, he was insisting that if I don't have the association, so the devotee, they interfere, they interfere. They give this advice. That's why we should listen to the advice of the devotees who could help us guide ourselves in our lives, He said, you dressed very simple, like dhoti kurta, Vaishnav dressed, no attires, no ornaments, and you go meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where it was after Ratha Yatra. He was lying on a bench, in the garden in Puri, and he came. He gathered all his courage, and he started massaging the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what was he singing at that time? Tavakatam, everybody knows what. Tavakatam ritam tapta jivanam bhuvi grinanti ye buridajana. And this song is saying that it comes from Gopi Gitas. It was sung or composed 5,000 years ago. There's no one more munificent, more benevolent than him who is spreading the glories of Krishna all around the world. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was adamant not to associate intimately with this king. He jumped from his bench in embrace this king, and he said, that's true, you are saying the truth. What you're saying is the truth. So, indirectly or directly, who this song 5,000 years ago, and who this behavior of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is announcing the coming of who? Who is this person which is spreading Krishna culture? Srila Prabhupada. So it's not new thing, Srila Prabhupada is person who was inaugurated, and he has also he has fulfilled this words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu: Pritivite, Atse, Dyoto, Nagar, Adi, Gram, Salvatra Prochar, Hoibe, Morana. C'est en quelle langue ça? Ouais. Donc, Pritivite, Atse, Dyoto, Nagar. Dans tout, Nagar, dans toutes les villes de Mila, Pritivite, Salvatra Prochar, Hoibe, Marana. Partout, dans chaque ville, chaque village, mon saint nom sera prêché ou chanté. Et c'était inconcevable à l'époque, mais aujourd'hui, on peut voir, les dévots vont partout finalement. Dans chaque ville, que dire avec l'internet, tout ça, donc le nom de Krishna et la conscience de Krishna est répandu partout. Et c'est ce qui est. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de plus destructeur? Un feu ou une inondation? Est-ce que c'est le feu qui est le plus destructeur ou l'eau? C'est l'eau. Ouais. Et c'est l'eau, the water, l'eau. Oh, I don't know if I speak English or French anymore. Sorry. So the water, and this Krishna consciousness movement is supposed to be a flood, une inondation, which is uprooting the sinful activities in this world. And when a bench or is not a bench, but a seed is impregnated, is flooded, it's a pourri. It becomes rotten. So this Krishna consciousness movement is supposed to eradicate the sins from this world, like Jesus Christ. What is he doing, Jesus Christ? He took the sins of the people of everybody on his head. You know, I can quote one Bible word, or it's okay. I can quote. It says, qui a cru à ce que nous avons fait entendre? Who believe in what we said? Qui a cru à ce que nous avons fait entendre? Qui a cru à ce? It means that he is raising from the earth. Et à qui la parole de l'Éternel a-t-elle été révélée? And unto who the word of God has been revealed. Et à qui la parole de l'Éternel a-t-elle été révélée? He will raise before him, il vous montrera devant lui. Je vais faire en français parce que c'est trop difficile. Qui a créé son et à qui la parole de l'Éternel a été révélée? Il montrera de lui comme une racine, mais négligé des hommes, mais il a été blessé pour notre iniquité et le châtiment de notre paix demeure sur lui. Voilà. Vous comprenez, non? Qui a cru à ce que nous avons été entendre et à qui la parole de l'Éternel a été révélée? Il montera devant lui comme une racine, ignoré de tous, mais il a été blessé pour notre iniquité et le châtiment de notre paix demeure sur lui. C'est pour dire que c'est des paroles de l'Ancien Testament qui annoncent la venue de Jésus qui a pris sur lui le fardeau du monde, quoi. Et ça, c'est Vaishnav. Vaishnav, c'est ça qu'ils font, en fait. Ils assument. Comment est-ce qu'il s'appelle, ce dévot? Vasudev Dutt. Hein? Prahlad Maharaj. Ouais. Ouais. J'étais avec un village qui s'appelle, au Bangladesh, qui se trouve près de Chittagong, Chottogram, qui s'appelle Hatazali, où les dévots ont un temple. Et là-bas, il y a le Bhajan Kutir de Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Vous voyez qui c'est, Pundarik Vidyanidhi? Qui se regarde dans les glaces, avec du bétel sur les lèvres, etc. Et qui passait pour un Vishaï, quoi. Mais il a même Gadadhar Pandit a été illusionné par le comportement de Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Mais quand Pundarik Vidyanidhi a entendu les divertissements où Krishna, justement, boit le lait de Putana, hein, alors qu'elle venait avec des intentions maléfiques, mais Krishna a apprécié le geste, il en a fait d'elle une de ses mères dans le monde spirituel. Et là, Pundarik Vidyanidhi a commencé à tomber en extase, tout ça a roulé par terre, etc. Et alors, à cet endroit, il y a le Bhajan Kutir de Pundarik Vidyanidhi, de Vasudev Dutt et de Mukunda Dutt. Et moi-même, nous-mêmes, enfin, et puis dans nos dévots qui s'appelle Nistula. C'est un disciple de Prabhupada qui est très aimé par ses frères en Dieu, qui est décédé parce qu'il est devenu un petit peu greedy, et il a emmené des touristes dans une région du Bangladesh qui s'appelle, je ne sais plus, mais où il y a beaucoup de gros moustiques. Et il a attrapé comment ça s'appelle, la malaria cérébrale, qu'il a mal soigné, il est mort. Et là, les dévots, ils passaient un peu pour un demi-dieu là-bas dans ce village, c'est un dévot du Canada, et ils lui ont fait un samadhi rose en forme de lotus. Mais qui n'était pas trop bien entretenu, alors moi je l'ai balayé autour, il y a des grosses feuilles partout. Et on a aussi été avec ce dévot là, j'ai mentionné le nom, comment il s'appelle? Hein? Non, Charanga Thakur. Non, pas Charanga Thakur. Il est venu là pour habiller en blazer là, qui est très Krishna West. Ils avaient un blazer. Comment il s'appelle? Il n'aime pas les dhotis, tout ça. Chandrasekhar. Ouais. Et on est allé aussi dans le. Il y a deux Bhajan Kutir qui se fassent, celui de Mukunda Dutt et de Vasudev Dutt. Et on a nettoyé, justement, qui n'était pas trop bien entretenu, non, c'est Bhajan Kutir, je crois, de Vasudev Dutt, l'un ou l'autre. Ouais. Tout ça pour dire que ces gens-là, bon, on s'est dit, Prabhupada disait même que Vasudev Dutt, il était plus miséricordieux que Jésus. Il était prêt à prendre, il ne demandait même pas que quelqu'un soit qualifié, il était prêt à rester dans ce monde, prendre les réactions des activités pécheresses de tout le monde, et que tout le monde retourne au monde spirituel. Et quelle a été la réponse de Chaitanya Mahaprabhu à ça, à cette demande?
Il a parlé d'un sac de graines de moutarde.
Voilà, c'est ça.
Il a dit, ça ne fera pas grand-chose.
Ouais. Ça ne fera rien aux propriétaires. Tu n'as pas besoin de souffrir pour eux, ils peuvent être délivrés rien que parce que par ton désir.
Voilà,
Ou quelque chose.
oui,
Et ça c'est très corroboré par beaucoup de dévots. Hein. Il y a cette dévote parce que moi j'étais récemment à Los Angeles. Il y a une dévote qui avait donné, elle s'appelle Dara, je ne sais plus comment, qui avait donné, avant qu'elle quitte son corps, ses murtis à Svavas. Svavas qui est le Temple President, qui est le président de temple de Los Angeles. Et tous les ans, ils font un festival en l'honneur de cette dévote. Ils sortent les murtis de chez lui. Et je me rappelle, Svavas, il disait, ben, finalement, j'ai de la chance d'avoir ces murtis parce que je ne peux pas me permettre de crier dans la maison, de faire des tas d'élucubrations parce qu'il y a ces murtis qui sont là. Et cette dévote, elle disait, si vous avez certainement entré en contact avec ce livre qui s'appelle, qui a été écrit par Harikesh Prabhu, un livre Bordeaux, tu sais qu'on analysait toujours là. Comment il s'appelle ce livre? Sankirtan, le Nectar of Book Distribution. Et à l'arrière, il y a justement ces phrases de cette dévote. Elle disait, en fait, les gens dans ce monde sont aussi loin de s'intéresser à Krishna que possible. Et la seule chose qui peut les amener à s'approcher de Krishna, c'est le désir des dévots qu'ils rentrent en contact avec Krishna. Donc les gens, ils dépendent pratiquement de notre désir de leur donner Krishna. Ou du désir de Srila Prabhupada. Mais par eux-mêmes, ils n'ont rien à faire. On n'en a rien à faire. Quoi. Donc voilà. Développer le bon désir, mes amis. Voilà notre tâche. Désirer. Quel est notre désir? Arriver à modeler notre désir.
Comment on peut développer, copier la compassion de Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pour les âmes conditionnées?
Ouais. Ben, j'ai une question similaire. Parce que
on voit qu'il y a beaucoup d'activités pécheresses, ça nous rend un peu triste et tout. Comment nettoyer tous ces gens-là dans un monde qui est complètement perverti, tu vois? Pratiquement, ces gens-là, ils méritent que l'enfer, quoi, pratiquement. Alors, comment être compassionné au point de les approcher et les prêcher et tout ça?
Moi, j'ai eu
Tu vois, les politiciens qu'on a, vraiment, à la fin, je suis complètement dégradé et dégradant. Comment avoir de la compassion pour ces gens-là?
Moi, une fois, j'ai entendu cette classe où peut-être je disais qu'à propos de nous, si on regarde vraiment au fond de nous-mêmes, on réalise qu'on n'a pas envie de retourner à Krishna. On n'a pas envie d'aller au monde spirituel, Gopa, Gopi. On n'a pas le désir d'aller au monde spirituel, en réalité. Et alors, c'est là où, comment est-ce qu'elle s'appelle? Gandharvika, elle a donné une bonne réponse. On pourra développer le désir de retourner au monde spirituel si on fréquente des gens qui ont le désir de retourner au monde spirituel. Donc dans la même lignée, je pense qu'on peut développer la compassion si on fréquente des gens qui ont cette compassion pour les âmes conditionnées, par l'association. L'exemple est donné du tuberculeux, vous savez. Un tuberculeux, si on fréquente trop des tuberculeux, ben, vous en avez eu l'expérience cette année ou l'année dernière, avec Parangati Prabhu, là, il y a plusieurs personnes qui ont attrapé le tuberculose. Et ben, si on fréquente des gens qui ont le désir de tourner à Krishna, ou des gens qui sont compatissants envers les gens de ce monde, on va développer le désir d'association. Dis-moi qui tu fréquentes.
Je te dirai qui tu es.
Voilà. Ou alors en latin, asinus, asinum fricat. L'âne fréquente l'âne. L'âne. L'âne, tu sais, les grandes oreilles. L'âne fréquente l'âne. Bird of same feather flock together. Voilà mes amis, il est 8h, 9h. J'ai rempli le gap. Vous avez des questions, des commentaires, des rajouts? Merci beaucoup. Ah oui?
Je ne comprends pas pourquoi on dit que Vasudevata il est plus miséricordieux que Jésus.
Ouais. C'est ce que disent Prabhupada dans.
On avait dit ça.
Hein?
Tu peux me rafraîchir la mémoire?
Parce que Jésus disait, il y avait des conditions qu'on vienne à lui. Et Vasudevata, il ne demandait même pas convienne à lui, il prenait tout le monde, quoi. Ouais. C'est ce que dit Prabhupada dans la teneur apportée de ce divertissement.
Si tu veux, c'est dit que les dévots, ils prêchent les innocents.
Ouais.
Et les envieux, les méchants, ces gens-là, ils les ignorent.
Ouais.
On ne peut même pas les côtoyer, quoi.
Ouais.
Donc maintenant, il y a une proportion de gens de moins en moins innocents et de gens qui écoutent tellement la propagande des méchants et des vraiment démons qu'eux-mêmes prennent ces qualités-là.
Ouais, c'est ça.
Donc le dévot se retrouve dans une situation où c'est difficile de trouver des gens innocents à prêcher. Et la tendance, c'est baisser les bras, il y a tellement de péchés, c'est pas un endroit pour nous, quoi. Qu'est-ce qu'on va prêcher tu prêches dans le désert, quoi.
Et moi, en même temps, j'ai eu cette expérience. On parlait de McDonald's. Ah, McDonald's, il rigole aujourd'hui, mais il va aller en enfer. Mais c'est pas notre comportement de vouloir que les gens aillent en enfer. Moi, je me suis dit, puisse-t-il être aussi, avoir autant de succès dans sa vie spirituelle, s'il en aura une, qu'il a du succès dans sa vie matérielle. On ne souhaite pas le... C'est quoi le dicton, indien, hindou? C'est Salve Sukhino Bhavantu. On ne discrimine pas. Que tout le monde soit heureux, c'est ça. Hein, c'est notre... Je me rappelle, on avait fait des t-shirts, on était allé avec les dévots. Au festival de Cannes, on a fait des t-shirts. Mission védique, Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu. Il y a un dévot qui a encore gardé ces t-shirts. Que tout le monde soit heureux. Hein. C'est notre souhait. Jai. Merci beaucoup. Hare Krishna. Bien.
La qualité du bonheur aussi.
Hein?
Les voleurs, violeurs, pillards et tout, ils trouvent leur bonheur dans justement piller, voler les autres. Le voleur, il pense qu'il n'est pas si mal situé parce qu'il vole les riches.
Il prie Krishna aussi.
Il forge une sorte de philosophie intérieure qui justifie ses activités pécheresses.
Ouais. Prabhupada dit, alors, le propriétaire de quelque chose, il prie Krishna pour qu'on ne le vole pas, et le voleur, il prie Krishna pour qu'il puisse voler. Alors Krishna, il se puzzle, il se dit, comment je vais faire avec ces deux-là?
Tout le monde a sa philosophie, les obsédés sexuels, les trans, les trucs, ils développent des philosophies avec des arguments dingos, tu vois, mais ils arrivent à séduire d'autres personnes.
C'est ça quel
yoga.
yoga.
La connaissance de Prabhupada, tu vois tout ça, c'est l'Afrique, c'est la jungle, quoi. Tu vois, c'est des arguments qui ne tiennent pas la route. Mais bon, ils ont leur public, ils ont leurs émules, ils font leur publicité, on les entend partout.
Kali Yoga, les déviations deviennent la règle. C'est ça, hein? Si on n'est pas un peu comme ça, aujourd'hui, on n'existe plus. Les déviations deviennent la règle, Kali Yoga.
Mais tu as vu les règles qui sont en train de destituer des gens dans les écoles?
Oui, pour les pauvres gosses.
Aux professeurs, aux petits-enfants et tout, c'est pas possible.
J'ai l'impression que
La règle et l'habitude.
plus ça va dans la société, plus ça... Et à mon avis, enfin c'est que mon avis, peut-être c'est de la spéculation, mais de toute façon le futur le dira, mais à mon avis, à un moment donné, ils vont même commencer à... Il y aura plus... Il pourra plus... Le dévot, il va devoir se défendre, quoi. Il va devoir... Parce que la société va pas aller mieux. Ça va pas aller mieux parce qu'ils veulent pas de la conscience de Krishna pour l'instant. Et ça va pas aller mieux. Et à un moment donné, moi je pense qu'à un moment donné, même on sera forcé de se battre ou des choses comme ça. En tout cas avec le saint nom, mais enfin.
Non, Prabhupada a dit avec des vraies armes.
Voilà.
Et les dévots disent avec des arcs et des flèches alors. Parce que on lit le Mahabharata, Prabhupada a dit non, avec des fusils, avec des armes.
On n'est pas assez puissant à l'heure actuelle pour se battre avec des armes. On n'a pas la puissance pour l'instant. Pour l'instant, c'est Trinadapi Sunicina.
Comme lui, hein.
Ouais.
Ça peut arriver.
Mais c'est sûr que le dévot, il est dévot savent. Enfin, il y a des cas, hein, à Mayapur, par exemple. On verra bien. Allez, Krishna, merci.
Et bon.